Here we're going to take a look at part 2 of our single back spread scheme, looking at the play deep outs and smash to beat cover 3, cover 2, and a little bit of cover 4. Now we've already shown the 3 auto motion plays out of this formation, which I really like. That's a nice little mix in. That's a nice starting point with the formation. Get them thinking about those plays. Then that's when we go to plays like deep outs and smash. Now these are going to kill cover 3 and cover 2. If we have this offense set up the way that I like it, I use the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't play mutt, but if you play mutt, obviously you can have 2 tall guys in the slot. No problem at all. I use the stack weak sub formation, you know, like when you flick the right stick over or the left stick over and you get like halfback slot or tight end slot or halfback out wide. I use stack weak with my depth chart, and that's going to get Martavis Bryant on the left and then Ladarius Green on the right in the slot. And that's going to create some great high point passes right up the middle. So if we see, let's say Richardson is Ladarius Green, he's a tall receiver, and they pass commit, for example, or that defender goes and plays towards circle, that's going to be a high point pass all day long. So that is potentially the first read that we're going to make. Obviously, we're going to change the route if we want a high point pass. We're going to put them on a streak or a fade. So that's how we're going to look at this thing, okay, when it comes to beating cover 3. If they pass commit, that's the only way that the defender covering Richardson is going to get out well enough, if it's a cover 3, to stop circle. And if they do, then the high point pass is going to win. If the defender stays over top of Richardson, and this is a cover 3 or even man defense, it's a win 100% of the time. 100% of the time. So the left side, we've got Jimmy Graham. Obviously, a high point pass to a post route is fantastic. So you've got a couple options. You know, you can put X on a streak. X on a streak is ideal if you want to be able to have the ability to hit either out route. Let's actually just start the gameplay footage and we can see as we go along, because I definitely have a lot of stuff that we can show. As you can see, I'm facing some guy that's like a defensive line guru. You know, he's all over the place, getting in my face. But as you can see, 4th and 8. I mean, we're just single high safety. They jam the guys over the middle again. So, for example, a cover 4, if they jam the slot in man coverage or anything like that, it's an automatic win to the out route every single time, 100% to either side. That's why sometimes I like to streak X, because I'm going to look for the user, right? And if the user is on a side, like playing one of the slot defenders or something like that, then I want to be able to go to the other side. And the only way we can really truly do that is if we've got the streak, because that's going to enable, you know, a potential press or something like that. And as you can see, you know, mid blitz, any type of man, cover 1, etc. With the defender, you have to look at the defenders and understand when is the best time to go to this. And as you can see here, we're just going to pause again. Just look at the outside, the defenders in the slot. That's what you need to look at. So he's running a defense here where if we put circle on a streak, or sorry, I apologize. If we put square on a streak on the right side, and he is a tall enough guy that we could do a high point pass, as you see, the defender goes out and plays circle. So that's a high point pass all day long, all day long. We can also flip this formation undetected, which is great. Sometimes they'll shift and they'll move, whatever. Our opponent's going to have no idea what it is that we're doing, I promise you. So the post route on the left is good enough. It's like a streak because it acts like a streak for about 8 yards. It's going to hold the defender and we can hit square easily. So let's take a look here. As you see, we just wait, and then we end up hitting X. We should hit square. Like that should have been our first read. But, you know, sometimes you do want to mix things up a little bit. Here we've got Gronk in the slot. That can be a high point pass all day long or an out route. So obviously our opponent's going to throw different stuff at us. So this is a really nice play to have different options. You can look at the high point pass. You just want to read the slot defender that's underneath triangle at this point and read him. If he's zooming out like a pass commit, we're not going to be able to probably hit square. But if he doesn't, he just ends like this, we're going to hit square all day long. Or we can high point, or we can hesitate and play a high-low over the middle with triangle and X. We can hesitate and get them to play triangle and then just go to square. So that's what I really like. It's a very, very simple play, but it's also fantastic. Just take a look at the bump on Jimmy Graham on the left, triangle. That's a 100% win opportunity to square. It's 100%. Now, on this play, because sometimes what I want to do is I want to be able to, focus my eyes on one area of the field. I can't always look at both, right? So in this instance, I've put circle on an in route. That's going to allow me to read triangle, read square, then read X, then read circle as a last read. And as you see, I'm kind of like waiting. I'm like, okay, well, nothing's getting open. And look, we end up picking up a nice chunk of yards just from a simple little in route. Now we're going to take a look at the play smash. We all know that cover 2 of any kind is very, very good. And we're going to destroy cover 2 defenses with this play. The only thing we're going to do is put R1 on an option route. So this is a great quick snap play if your opponent's playing a lot of cover 2, especially if they want to set up a blitz. If they're playing nickel blitz 2 and they're bringing the safety down, this is going to really kind of screw them up because they're going to be trying to set up their defense, one adjustment, quick snap, and we're good to go. So it depends on what your first read wants to be. Obviously, the wide side of the field is a little bit better, but that's not always something that we need to look at. As you see right here, underneath against a cloud flat. That's how the play is going to work. If it's a cloud flat, all we have to do is wait, but stay patient. Okay, stay patient. Let's watch here. Now this isn't even a cover 2, but as you can see, these guys are wide open. So we look to the corners, and we have the option route over the middle to force our opponent to sit down over the middle and just basically take away his user. Just take it away, right? Force him to sit there. And in this case, he does have a defender there, so that's good. But we stay patient, just stay patient, and we've got square or circle all day long. All day long, we've got those guys. Now, sometimes they're going to make some adjustments and they're going to do things to shut it down. You're not going to be successful on every single play. But as you see here, a cover 2, we're forcing him to sit there and just cover R1. If he does anything else, R1 is money all day. But we read both sides of the field, and we see that the right side is ideal because he's got the defender coming down to cover square. He has to sit on R1. We just make the easy throw, and we pick up a solid, like 6 yards, 5 yards. And again, right near the goal line, he ends up playing. I love this play. Deep outs and smash just by themselves, it's going to be really, really hard to defend. It's just by these plays by themselves, and they're quick passes. So we can high point the corner routes against, say, a nickel blitz. A quick pass here to the running back. As you see, we get some nice yards after the catch. One thing about this R1 route is you certainly need to wait until he turns around, okay? Because if we don't do that, it's going to be like an overthrow, and that's probably an interception. So wait until he turns around to be able to make the throw. Let's take a look at it again right here. Okay, he's covering him, but he takes off. He doesn't cover him all the way, and we just throw the ball underneath, and we pick up the first down in almost 10 yards. So depending on whatever hash you're on is going to be where the guy goes. But as you can see, must wait for him to turn around. If you throw it sooner, it's going to be an overthrow right to that defender that's standing right there. Or it's going to bounce off him and end up being an interception. So that's really all you have to worry about. Guys, this is really, really simple. I shouldn't even pause the gameplay anymore because I think you get the idea already. Deep outs is going to destroy cover 3, cover 4. As you can see, just stay patient for these routes. If they're sending nickel blitz at you like every single down, obviously sitting there and staying patient and hitting these routes is not going to be something that you're going to want to do all the time, but that is quite all right. Now we're going to take a look at the play. Actually, no, we're not. I apologize. We showed one example there. of a different play. That's going to be in the next video. I apologize. Now these corner routes. Let's take a look at the corner routes. This is something that we also have to take advantage of because as you can see here, you know, he's only sending like 3 guys and he's playing hard flats, and then he's got both yellows playing the slots and the DT is dropping back. It's actually only sending, what, 2 guys. So we need to be able to hit those corner routes, need to stay patient and not just throw it into coverage, not just be like, oh, you know, hurry up and throw. Against man defense, cover ones, as long as they don't have a flat on that side, like a cloud flat, that's going to be a nice, easy read to the corner route. Take a look at the high point passing against nickel blitz. Okay, against nickel blitz, take a look at the high point passing. Also take a look at pass leading these routes up, depending on where the defenders are. Now here, I just throw a regular pass because a pass lead up is going to send him right at the defensive back. But now we've got a scenario where he's probably playing some sort of mid blitz, or he's playing the nickel blitz on the left. Well, Green is all by himself, and we're just going to high point pass this, even to the corner route. So we just high point pass it, we're good to go. So that is part 2. Really, really simple stuff. Deep outs, smash. It's going to kill cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. We've got a lot more coming. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next video.